Hi, have you heard the news that the UK government is planning sweeping immigration changes that could force some people to wait twice as long to settle or even leave the country altogether? Longer residency requirements, tougher English language tests, rising visa fees. It's a lot to unpack, and if you're living in the UK or planning to move there, this could directly affect you. Hi, I'm Danielle Py-Salas with Expat Livin, and we help you get from where you are to where you want to be. And today I'm breaking down the UK's proposed immigration reforms so that you know exactly what's changing, who's going to be impacted, and what you can do next. The most talked about change comes from a UK government white paper that was published in May of 2025, and it proposes extending the qualifying period for settlement known as the Indefinite Leave to Remain, or the ILR, from 5 years to 10 years for most points-based system immigrants and their dependents. Now, there are some important exceptions here. Spouses or partners of British citizens are not affected. They can still qualify after 5 years. For EU settlements, scheme residents are also going to be excluded. And here's a key point. There is still a consultation. It's not law yet, and rollout could happen in 2026. There's also uncertainty about whether it will apply retroactively to people already in the UK. Next is the government is proposing tougher English language standards. So adults accompanying migrants and anyone applying for citizenship may face more rigorous testing, both in English exams and in the Life in the UK test. The goal here is, according to the government, to strengthen integration. Visa rules are also getting tougher, salary thresholds are rising, and the minimum skills for a work visa are going to move from the RQF level 3, think A levels, to RQF level 6, which is like a bachelor's degree. That means some jobs that once qualified for sponsorship will no longer meet that criteria. On top of that, the social care worker visa route has now been closed to overseas recruitment, which will cut off critical pipeline to workers for care sector. So if you thought visas were expensive before, brace yourself, because fees and settlement costs have increased by 5 to 10% in 2025, especially for employer-sponsored routes. And this puts extra pressure on sectors like hospitality and care, which already struggle to recruit domestically. The UK government says that these reforms are about creating a controlled, fair, and selective immigration system. Their stated aim here is to reduce net migration and make sure newcomers meet stricter contribution and integration requirements. So who's going to feel this the most? Well, migrants who are expecting settlement after 5 years may now have to face a 10-year wait. And families and dependents could run into stricter language requirements. Also, employers in care, hospitality, and other sectors dependent on overseas staff might face higher barriers. And for prospective students and workers, the UK may simply become a less attractive option. So the consequences here could be serious. Some people may leave or have to leave if they can't meet these new requirements, and others may face long delays, financial strain, or even legal uncertainty. So what can you do? Well, plan early. If you're already in the UK, try to meet the existing requirements as soon as possible before the changes kick in. And also stay tuned, right? Stay informed. Follow updates from the Home Office closely, since consultations and parliamentary approvals are always ongoing. And also seek advice. Professional immigration or legal guidance is going to help you navigate these shifting rules. Keep records. Documentation of your employment, of your finances, and qualifications is going to be more important than ever. And I want to be clear, these are just proposals so far. They're not yet law. Some groups, like Partners of British Citizens and EU Settlement Scheme residents, are not going to be affected by the 10-year rule. And remember that the UK law has always allowed settlement after 10 years of continuous residence. But this proposal extends that standard to more categories, raising the barriers for most new arrivals. Immigration rules are changing fast, and the uncertainty can be overwhelming, but you don't have to navigate it alone. Remember, here at Expat Livin, join our community where we can share the latest updates, practical tips, and real experiences from people living abroad. You'll get access to our guides, Q&As, network of people just like you. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check the link below to join our community.